Can you guys let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see okay? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Let me put the Patreon page on too so I can see who requested a session. Okay. There we go. Hey guys. Can you guys see me okay? Hopefully the internet holds. It should. Hopefully you guys can see me. Yes. Okay. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Okay. Thank you guys. I hope everybody's having a sort of decent week. It's been kind of weird again. A lot of weird energies flowing at us. But let's see. We're hanging in there, guys. We're moving towards the end of the year, and you can feel it. The intensity is building up. I feel like do you know how when you watch a movie, you get to that point where the suspense is building up and it's getting to that point of the highlight of the movie, I feel like that's where we're headed. Like, this massive breaking point, and we're not, again, that's going to slowly, we're almost at the top of the mountain, and then we still got to take the road down on foot, which is still struggling, but it comes easier. The more down the mountain we are, it becomes easier and easier and easier. So I feel like that's where we're at. Is this why I'm sleeping all the time? Yes, where everybody's so tired, it's crazy. But we just got to honor it. It's very, very challenging right now. And I started channeling Jesus today, but I had to stop because there was so much interference. Like, I had my kids and my neighbors were in a kind of a, my neighbor came crying, and there was family trouble, and so I was constantly being interrupted, so I wasn't able to finish the channeling with Jesus. So I will finish that next week then. But he was talking about something similar, so hopefully I can get that channel completely done with Yeshua. So, but yeah, we're all kind of tired. We're all kind of in a weird place right now, but just know that you're not alone. Okay. Not alone. All right. Let's get these cards going. Let's see, who am I being drawn to? Tasha. Let's get your card, my love. What are you saying here? Love a card for my health issues and hormones between diseases, menopause, and ascension. I'm a disaster. I don't know where to start as I tried to start over. Yeah. I'm going through menopause too, and it's weird. You're like different. You feel different. Everything's, I just hope I normalize in certain areas. You don't feel like quite yourself. All right, Tasha, let's see what we're getting, okay? I don't know if I can if I will receive all answers, but we'll see what we're getting. Hopefully it can help and guide you. I feel the same way, going through menopause right now, which is early, but my mom had hers real early, so I think it's just genetics. 45, so. And then the ascension, and oh Lord, yeah. If you're having it all at the same time, it's kind of a drag. Hey guys. It's been a weird week, but this week for me, oh my God, this week, I swear I just did these last week, these angel cards just like a day ago. That's what it feels like. I think I just did him, and here I am doing him again. Last week went like, and it was like, it felt like 2 days. The whole week felt like a total of 2 days, and we're back on Sunday. It's just weird. feel like I'm missing time too. Like, where did all the other days go? I know I had sessions, I had private sessions, but everything went so quick this week. It was crazy fast. Wow. This week was weird for me. Very weird thing. Dog. Tasha, dog. This is your card. Let's see what it reads. Be disciplined in your home and community life. The word discipline does jump out. It really has to do with your diet, what you eat. The thing that they're kind of showing me is that you really need to stay away from any kind of sugar. And that includes sugars, healthy sugars, like in fruit or honey, just for like a month or so, because it just feels like the sugars are just highlighting or making all the issues bigger, worse. So, I'm not really looking at the dogs for some reason. I'm not drawn to the picture in the dogs. I'm drawn to these circles. They're equally big, and one is fuller and the other one is more transparent. And it's almost like the transparent one is your soul and the full one is your higher self, or the other way around. It just feels like that's those two aspects are you, and they need to line up. This one needs to go above this one, kind of like a solar eclipse. They need to line up in order for you to be in perfect health. But in order to do that, you need to become more disciplined in what you eat and what you absorb on a daily basis. And it's not that you're eating that unhealthy. It just feels like you really need to, for a short amount of time, completely stay away from any kind of sugar, even the healthy sugars, just so your body can get rid of the constant states of inflammation that are kind of moving around into your system. And that'll that kind of assist the bad stuff even more. It just highlights it, or it makes it bigger, or it makes it worse. So see if that has any effect on you. It's almost like like a cleansing from any kind of sugar. Does that kind of make sense? And in doing so, it's almost like your body's going to reboot when you completely cut out the sugar. If they would tell me that, I'd be like, oh, I can't do it. I'm kind of a sugar addict. You could tell I'm a little plump. But I dread the day they tell me to do that. But so if you're not looking forward to this, then I get it. But it seems to be very necessary for you in order to kind of allow the body to, it's almost like reboot everything. Does that kind of make sense? But that's what I'm getting. The two yous, the spiritual you and the human you, are slowly but surely, if you looked at the picture, they're already merging. See, you already connected, you're merging. Right now you're balanced, but they need to become one entity. But in order to do that, you need to remove certain sugars, or remove the sugars out of your system temporarily, and then everything should feel much, much better. What is she saying here? Yes, I'm having a hard time with diet and gaining weight very rapidly. Yes, it does. I've done it before, but it gets harder to keep getting back up. It's going to be okay, is what they're saying. Trust it. Okay. Trust it. This is all going to go away, is what they're saying. So remain in a positive state, that this is only a temporary situation, and that all will be resolved in due time. Okay. Kim, let's get a card for Kim. I'm so happy you guys came to my event. I still talk about it to Gerald. I was like, I'm so happy they came. I wanted to give you a gift, and then I forgot to give it to you. So I'll probably send it to you for Christmas, because you guys always bless us, and you have for years. You bless us with a big box of German cookies and chocolates and things like that. And I want to gift you something as well. So I'm probably going to get you, I'm just going to mail it to you. I had it and I forgot to give it to you because I was so busy with everything and distracted. And I will send it to you for Christmas. Let's see, Kim. Oops, there they went. Shambhala initiations. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process. Dharma. Oop, there you go. There's your card. Okay. I feel like, the gold is in sight. You're on your way. You can already see it. You can almost touch it. You're like standing here and you can see the golden city. It's right in front of you. It's within your reach. You just need to still get through. My brother's calling. Still get through the road to get there. You're almost there. Okay, you're almost there to reap what you have sown. It says retreating to recharge, but it feels to me more like find energy, absorb the energy within the knowing that it's right there. It's on its way. Trust in the process, it says. So happiness, balance, and abundance are a definite. You can already see it. Now you're just it's almost like you're finishing the ride here in 2024. You're allowing the roller coaster to finish its ride before you arrive in a new frequency of creation. Okay, so hang in there. You're welcome, Tasha. All right, let's see. Cecilia, let's get you a card. Cecilia. Okay. Let's get Cecilia a card. Will you be doing another event? Probably not next year, maybe the year after. Is what I'm thinking. I'll definitely be doing other events in the future, but I don't know if I'm going to do it next year because I want to kind of take a vacation. Because we've been here now in France for 4 years, and every vacation has been work, and renovation projects and parties, organizing parties and birthday parties, and then we have the event this year. So everything, all the free time goes to organizing and arranging everything and working. And I'm kind of like, Gerald, because next year Gerald and I will be married for 20 years, and we're not really having a party because the thing is, when you have a party, you're the one who has to do all the work, right? We don't have the luxury that other people are organizing parties for us. So every time there's a party, I'm the one spending weeks and weeks of energy and time and effort in organizing it. And then when the party's going, I'm the one serving people and making food, and I don't get to enjoy the parties. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Gerald's like, should we have a party for? And I was like, you know what? But that party for me is just work, And Gerald as well. It's just organizing. So I was like, instead of having a party to celebrate our 20th anniversary, why don't we take the kids and my mom and we go and spend like a weekend or a week somewhere on vacation? So we're thinking of going to the Efteling, which is in the Netherlands. It is an amusement park. Not that I'm a big fan of big, fast roller coasters or anything like that, but it's really kind of a magical place. And I've loved going there since I was a little girl. it's all about magic, and it's so beautiful, and people there are so friendly. And when the children were really little, we spent a few days there. They have these in nature resorts. Uh, and it's just wonderful. And we were thinking of maybe going back and doing that. And the kids, they have really wonderful rides that are not dangerous, but they're really spectacular anyway. And the kids just love that stuff too. And it's just a lot of fun. I'd go to Disneyland, but I can't afford Disneyland. And we had free tickets once, but then COVID hit and they expired, and we were not allowed to reuse them after COVID, went away. So there you go. So unfortunately, we we didn't get to use our tickets. So there you go. Music and Magical Gateway. That's for Cecilia. And I'm not a big fan of Disney anymore. So I like certain of the old cartoons, but I don't like the company and their policies and what they're doing in secret. So I don't want to support that kind of evil cooperation either. Probably get banned now. Anyway, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, music. Listen carefully for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. And then Magical Gateway. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It is time to step boldly forward without looking back. Either way, for the Europeans, the Efteling is even better than Disneyland. Just for reference, okay? There you go. My favorite amusement park of all time is that one. Oh, Cecilia. It looks to me like it's like you're ready, your soul is ready to take your connection to the next level, to take the work that you do with spirit, with the universe to the next level. Like you're ready, right? But it's almost like the one thing that stops you is your definition. You don't know how to define, how would I say it? It's like before you were like, oh, I'm a channeler, or I'm this, or I'm that, but your abilities have grown. And now you're like, well, what am I? You're trying to label what you do. You're trying to define it. You're trying to put it in a box. This is what I do. But they're saying, don't define it. Don't just allow it to unfold in a manner that's going to present itself when the clients or when the people are being sent to you. It's almost like let go of definitions, let go of trying to label something, or you're trying to label yourself. I'm a channeler, I'm a psychic, I'm a healer, I'm a light worker. Humans love these stupid labels. And I agree with spirit. I hate labels. People are like, what are you? Are you a psychic or are you an intuitive? It's the same fucking thing, okay? It doesn't matter. We're all channelers. We're all, even healers channel energy from an outside source. Everybody channels, everybody connects, everybody communicates. Why do we have to label everything? Sorry, I'm getting a little carried away. But yeah, I hate labels, and that's what they're saying. Why? Because when we use labels, we limit the grandeur of what we are. We're not one thing, and we don't communicate in one way. We communicate in an infinite amount of ways. We are always connected in an infinite amount of ways. So it's not even possible to label yourself to one thing. So it's kind of like they're saying, look, stop trying to put yourself in a box. Stop trying to say, this is what I am, or that's what I am. Just say, I am me, and I am connected to the universe. Okay? That means all ways of communication, all ways of all tools, all modalities are a possibility to be used during a session or during your job or during a conversation with somebody. You know, you have to leave it open so that you don't limit yourself and your abilities by the definitions that you give yourself. Does that kind of make sense? Right? So they're saying, like, the door is open, but you need to open it wide and say, there are no limitations to what I can do. I'm just slowly but surely discovering different ways of communicating. And it's almost like that needs to become your new definition, that all ways of communication and all ways of receiving guidance and information and knowledge and wisdom are available to you. You have to broaden your definition to which you align with. And it's kind of like music, right? Because they're talking about music, there's messages in music. Again, you can say, oh, I'm a country listener, or I'm a rock and roll chick, but you know, messages will come through all different kinds of music. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you're meant to hear that music, you will hear it. Even if you never listen to country, you're going to hear that country song. You know, it's going to mean something to you. So the music is a wide variety of notes that help people feel, that help people think, that help people connect to their most deepest inner secrets and desires and all of that, that helps people connect to memories. Music connects you to memories from the past. When you hear a song, ooh, you have to think of something that happened so many long time ago. The magical gateway for you, Cecilia, is to acknowledge and to align with the definition that everything and all means of communication and connection are available to you, and therefore you cannot label what you do, who you are, or what your job is. Don't label it. You just say, I am a spiritually connected individual. Boom, done. That includes everything, all modalities. Just like music, allow the variety of frequencies, the variety of modalities to assist you to become a guide, a healer, an assistant, a light worker, all the spiritual names that you can think of in one entity. Okay, if you can do that, then you're going to see that everything you do becomes much more clearer, much more open, and the customers and the clients that you will attract will come for different things, not just one thing. Okay, therefore widening your income and creating more abundance, not just for yourself, but within those that you will help. Okay. I went off on that one a little bit. Sometimes I get very passionate, but yeah, I do. Labels, it's like, you know, you have to say something. Hi, I'm a psychic, because people want a label, but I say so many different things. I'm a psychic, I'm a channeler, I'm a spirit communicator, I'm a spiritual teacher, I'm this, I'm that, I'm everything. Whatever you want me to be, I'll be it for you. Let's see. Moon. Is that Monique? Moon van Donselaar. Oh, sweetheart. I think it's Monique. Is it Monique? Moon van Donselaar? I think so. All right. Well, I hope that helped. Well, that went fast. Yes, Monique. Okay. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Okay. Monique. You know what I'm being drawn to? These layers. Right? There's layers inside of our intentions, inside of our emotions, inside of our thoughts. There's all these layers with all subtle differences, why we do something, why we attract something, why we manifest something, why we desire something. And no matter what the layer is that is funding or that is the foundation of your intentions, um, you have to understand that if you approach any kind of desire, any kind of manifestation, any kind of dream that you want to see accomplished, as long as you approach it with a willingness to let go of the outcome or if of the specifics of that desired experience, and you infuse it with a knowing that it is already so, then all of that will come to pass. Okay, the moon, it's almost like a moon or like the sun coming up. Okay, doesn't matter what you want or in what way or what you desire, what intentions you have, as long as you, because they're saying instead of praying for an outcome, pray for the highest good of all. But it's really about, don't pray for a specific outcome. Don't pray, let go of the desire or the need to know the details. Simply feel in your heart that the abundance is already present, because of what you desire to have or what you desire to manifest. You need to already feel it. The intention is, for example, abundance, joy, happiness, peace, a sense of self-worth. Those are intentions, but don't make everything specific. Don't give too many details to the universe, because then you limit what the universe can offer you. Just request the certain experiences, certain feelings you want to have, and then you leave it open for interpretation for the universe to provide you. But feel it already. Feel what the desired experience will provide for you today. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know if I'm making any sense. But that's what I'm getting. Okay, you're adding too many details. Your manifestations are too detailed. Um, Focus on sending out requests for experiences. I'd love to have a relationship that really makes me feel connected on a deep spiritual level, that makes me feel like I no longer have to pretend to be somebody and I can just be myself, right? Instead of saying, ooh, I really like a guy with blonde hair and blue eyes and has his shit together and that has a steady job and has a good income and has a fancy Porsche, and you know what I'm saying? The last one you need to completely remove. Okay, just ask for the desired experience and already start imagining and feeling how wonderful that's going to be. And then you're going to be able to finally manifest what you desire, the experience you desire, because the universe will fill in the blanks. Okay, trust the universe, trust your higher soul, that it's working with the universe to provide you with an experience that's going to be wonderful. All you need to do from the human perspective is to feel what you desire, is to go through the motions of taking the steps and feeling it. That's it. You don't have to come up with all the ideas and plans. That's what your higher soul does. Leave it up to her. Okay? She's got this. She's making the plans. She's getting everything in order. She's putting the dots together in order to put the right people in your path and so on and so forth, so you can have the experience. All we need to do from a human perspective is to choose to have the experiences already today, tomorrow, the day after, so we can then align with what your higher self has already set up. Okay, it's already set up, but you need to align with it by choosing wisely on how you feel with each day. All right, I hope that helps. Let's see. Jalona, I'd like to request a card for my dad's health. We are trying to heal vertigo, and dizziness. Okay. Lona, let's see what we're getting, sweetheart. Oh, which one? Which one? Which one? This one. You're welcome, Monique. Hope it helps a little bit. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Katrina. Lona. Let's get a card for Lona's dad. Vertigo. Convey your meaning. Okay. Reflect on the way you communicate with others and with yourself. Be sure to express your thoughts and feelings from your heart and with respect and sincerity. Okay, so I'm getting two different things. One, this is kind of I think it's an eel or something. It's kind of twisted, it's all like, it's all twisted. It's twisted and it's uncomfortable. But the other thing that really strikes my eye are these kind of dots. You see that? They're kind of like little crystallized things. And so what is going on with your dad is they're showing me that he has, it's almost like small crystals behind the eardrum. And so when he sometimes moves, they move too. And they hit the eardrum, and then it creates this vertigo effect. So one, it can be alleviated or helped with one, sound therapy, because what sound therapy does, it'll break down the crystals. It pulverizes them, okay? I'm talking about the big gongs, bang, and you have to like stand next to it and then feel this vibration go through you, and the little gongs on your ear and all of that stuff. So see if it is a possibility wherever you are to have a professional sound therapy, so these crystals can be pulverized, and then basically they will no longer create problems. Another way is what is that called? A chiropractor. They can crack sort of the inner ear, which can help with the symptoms as well. Although they kind of show me that the sound therapy will be the best option. That said, there is a reason behind every kind of illness or any kind of discomfort. And the reason that they're showing me is that your dad has not allowed himself to be himself. He's always in kind of a survival mode, and he's always adjusting what he says and what he does according to what he believes is going to keep him safe, right? Or is going to keep him in a place where people accept him, or people trust him, or where he gets the feeling that he's safe with other people. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. And so it's really important that that he starts to become fearless in who he is and in how he communicates to people, that he really starts speaking from the heart instead of speaking from a place of fear of being rejected or attacked or hurt or any kind of that negative stuff. So just feels like he's very introvert as well. Like he doesn't discuss his issues, or he doesn't discuss his true thoughts or his true feelings. And he just all kind of leaves it in. It just builds up. And for him, it builds up behind the ears. Because, yeah, they're just showing me that the dizziness and the vertigo, it's because... It's like how would I say that? Ugh. Sometimes I struggle finding the right words. How can I explain that? because he's not allowing himself to be himself, it's like he's constantly rejecting his soul. He's constantly rejecting his true self. And because of that rejection, the energetic frequencies between the spirit self and the human self become so unbalanced that it creates this kind of, kind of, that kind of reminds me of that. Remember when in the old days, old people like me will figure it out. The more mature generation will know what I'm talking about. Just kidding. But when you used to have a cell phone, they used to go on, and you were too close to a radio, it'd go. "Bah." Do you remember those days where the cell phone had an interference with the radio? Right. That's kind of what it is. Like the two aspects of his essence are so out of whack, so out of tune, that it creates this kind of um, vibrational discomfort, and that's what's causing the attacks. That's what's causing the dizziness, because the energy is so disrupted. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say, but anyway, try the sound therapy. Know that it's because of crystals behind the eardrum that come and go. They move around as he's moving. They move around, and it all depends how he's moving, and how it's moving in the ear. So sometimes it won't bother him, sometimes it will. So yeah, sound therapy will help him, and he just needs to, in order to prevent this from happening again or from restarting once it's healed, he really needs to work on becoming and speaking his truth, because his soul wants to be free of all fear. And the first step to do that is to be open, to allow yourself to speak your truth without fear and consequence. Okay. I hope that helps. Let's see. See, tired all the time. Let's see. Let's see. Ray Doon. Let's get you a card. Your ears have been troubling you. What is it? A lot of ears, and it could be ascension too. It could be ascension. The ringing of the ears. Are you guys having any ringing of the ears? Because for a lot of people, that's comes by more often than before, and that's just because of you're getting higher in frequency. And when I get that still today, when I hear ringing in the ears, it's because spirit's close by. It doesn't last very long for me anywhere, because I kind of have this, oh, okay, I acknowledge the spirit, and then it goes away right away. Ringing and popping, yeah. That's because of the change of vibration, the frequencies that are changing around you. That's what that is. That, the connection. I have a ring in my ears. Yeah, a lot of people right now is going to have that. They're going to have this buzzing, ringing, popping. It has a lot to do with the ascension and us moving in a higher vibration, and getting closer to spirit on a frequency level. So yeah, see, told you. It's just a sign. It's a sign that you're ascending for many, not for all, but for many, it's a sign of ascension. As long as it doesn't stay. If it's a permanent ringing, then there's an ear problem. But if it comes and it goes, then it's part of the ascension. I get it all the time. So I've gotten it since I was little. So I've always, it's just, for me, it's just validation that somebody came into my energy field. Somebody's there. So it's kind of like it's like the doorbell. I see it as a doorbell. Ding dong, I'm here. That's spirit. They go, and I go, oh, hi. I say hello. Like a doorbell for spirits. Get a card for Ray doing. It drives me nuts sometimes. Yeah. Just look at it that way. It's the doorbell. They're just ringing our door. Doo-doo. They're just saying hello. They're not getting the card. Oh, hold on. Somebody's scratching my neck. Stop it. Stop it. Goodbye. There it goes. Turtle. Be joyful and trusting. Archangel Jules. Raydun. Okay. You have ear problems. That's an interesting picture. Do you know what I'm looking at this picture? So there's a turtle, and it's almost like there's a download. Something's coming in his heart chakra, right? Turtle's heart right there. It's coming in. It's a download. You see that? I don't know if you can see it very well. Right there. Download. And then it rings. You see that? There's like a sound frequency that comes from it, like when it downloads. So it feels to me like, one, this is a temporary thing. Two, just trust that it's happening for a reason. And three, I feel like it's part of your physical ascension. It's just your way of opening up, because they're showing me that you have the ability to be clairaudient, to start hearing things. And because you're moving into a higher vibrational state, it's kind of it's almost like your ears, your physical cells, physical body is trying to adjust the frequency, or align the frequency of being clairaudient with the new vibrational space. Does that kind of make sense? So it is uncomfortable, but it is happening for to increase the reception of communication through an auditive way. So it's almost like they're working on it, and because it's not finalized yet, it's still on the ongoing. So they're saying, ask your team to tone it down a little bit, to make it a little bit more easier for you. And really, again, sound therapy can help. But it's almost like you have to embrace it. You gotta roll with it. Know that it's temporary. Repeat that over and over again. It's okay. It's just temporary. It's just temporary. It's just temporary. Repeat that daily. Whenever it bothers you, repeat it. It's just temporary. It's just part of the ascension. It's just them working on my clairaudience. Okay. It's about acknowledging over and over and over again that you are aware of why it's for. And what that'll do is it'll help you align quicker, because awareness speeds up the process of realignment. Does that kind of make sense? So really work on acknowledging that, and then you'll see that that's going to pretty much start to fade away in the background, and will be slowly replaced with having the ability to hear spirit or entities, or hear frequencies or changes of energy, things like that. Okay, so it might not be comfortable right now, but it has purpose, and it will be okay. Okay. Nina Mitrushchev. I'm probably saying that wrong, but Mitrushchev. I feel like it's like ch. It could be wrong. Mitrushchev. Nina. Nina's easier. Tasha says, oh gosh, I'm removing my doorbell. especially after the last round of COVID. Yeah. I don't believe in COVID, but if you want to call it that, that's fine. It's a flu. It's just called the annual flu. How do you know you're getting a download? You don't really. I don't know either. I just feel that there's something, you know, I just feel energy coming in, but I don't know what the download is, to be honest. But I know we're getting massive amounts of downloads at this time, so. Even if we don't know what that is, we're getting downloads into reprogram our DNA. We're getting downloads into help the physical body. We're getting downloads in with information about, truth. We're getting downloads from other entities trying to help us to bring more clarity and what is the truth, what is our true history, and so on. There's tons of downloads going. Okay, Nina, horse, care for others and let them be free. Archangel Mary and Christiel. There you go. It's almost like they're saying you're too protective over other people. You can love them, but you also have to allow them to make mistakes. You have to forgive them when they make mistakes. And you have to embrace them when they make mistakes. Okay. I don't know if you have children, Nina, but it just feels, or just people that you really care about. But sometimes we really want our loved ones to wake up, because not everybody that we love is awake, and not everybody that we love will be moving into a fifth dimensional plane. But it's almost like you care so much about people, about others, that you want to help them wake up, and you want to help them and take their hand and drag them with you to the 5-dimensional plane. But they're saying you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. You can inspire them. You can share wisdom and knowledge, and then leave it up to them to make the decision. But you have to accept the decisions that they make for themselves, embrace it with love, and wish them the best if they don't want to move into your frequency. And it's almost like, yeah, because I keep seeing babies, I keep seeing children, maybe. But it's like, for the people that you love, you're just too overprotective. you know Let them make mistakes, let them fall down and get back up. It's about helping them get back up, but it's also about giving them the freedom to figure things out on their own. Okay. Because sometimes when we help people too much, we disable them. We take away important life lessons that they needed to have, important experiences, in order for them to get stronger, in order for them to truly understand how to become more guided, how to become more intuitive. It's very honorable. And a lot of light workers want to, do you know what I'm saying? They want to, we care so much about people that we want to take the pain away. We want to protect them, and we want to do it for them so they don't have to go through the burden. But when we do that, we take away so much valuable information that they needed to learn in order to become better at this life, but also more connected with who they are. And so it's about, look, care for others, love them, appreciate them, but allow them the freedom to fall down, figure things out, and get back up. And all we need to do is love them and be there for them when they request assistance. But ultimately, they're the ones who will learn from the mistakes that they make, from the uncomfortable situations that they attract, And you need to see the value in all of that. Don't try and take away all those valuable moments of learning and expanding by being overprotective, by trying to force your information or your knowledge, or really doing things for others because it would make it easier on them. I don't know if I'm making any kind of sense, but that's what they're saying. And it's about all people, whether it's friends or family or children. We need to stop avoiding discomfort because they're the most valuable lessons to understand the strength that we have. Does that make sense? Yes, I have a child, a boy, and sometimes I am, yes. Yeah. So yeah, it's a very powerful thing. When I grew up, my mom was always like, watch out, don't do this. It was all fear, fear, fear. Daily, every day was infused with fear of something going wrong, something going bad. And, every day was fear infused, and it blocked every creation, everything my parents ever wanted or were trying to have. Everything was always blocked. And I grew up with massive amounts of fear, and it blocked me, and it hindered me, and it still hinders my brother. He has so many fears. It gives him ulcers. He's every day in a state of fear, in a state of panic, in a state of anxiety. And it was passed on by our parents. And I was the one that said, no, fuck you. Fuck you, fear. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to pass that on to my kids. And I've had it. I'm tired of you, fear. Right? So we need to stop fearing uncomfortable situations because they're so valuable on every level, and that's the thing. When we don't fear anything anymore, then we still have the ups and downs, but they no longer affect us in a way that is disabling us, that is paralyzing us. We just go, okay, figure it out. you know? Yeah. Anyway, you know what we're saying. I hope that helps, Nina, but that's what they're saying. And maybe something's going to happen in the near future, and that's just something you're going to have to keep with you. Okay. I don't know if they're warning you of something that might happen or if something's already happened, but it is a message, and keep it with you at all times because it's important. Okay. Rachel Harmon, am I saying that right? Or is it Rachel? I would read it Rachel, but I don't know. Let's get you a card. Nina says, my kid's already doing that. He's doing whatever he wants. 3 years old, brave guy. Yeah. Well, don't be overprotective. My children are handicapped, severe handicapped, but I don't overprotect them. They got to learn through falling and getting back up, Now, if somebody would attack him, I'd probably be like, ninja style. Then my ninja would come out. But when they're exploring the world on their own, I allow them the freedom because, I've noticed parents with disabled children, they're even more overprotective than a normal kid. I don't do that for my kids. I don't infuse fear into them. If they fall, they fall. They'll get back up, and then we'll take care of the boo-boo, and they'll learn not to do that anymore. They'll learn to be more careful, So, boom. Let's see. What do we got? We got higher heart activation. And we got Pleiadian activation. Okay. That's all we had a minute ago. Okay, higher heart activation, dropping shields, divine love. Your heart is healed. And then Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, resolution. Rachel or Rachel. Although, I mean, we'll say Rachel. It sounds more special. I like it better. There's something about, it's almost like in some way or form you're disappointed in someone or in somebody that you love or have loved. I just feel disappointment. Could be in one person, could be in multiple people. I don't know, but I feel like in some way or form your heart has been broken, or your heart has been affected by someone who hurt you in some way. It's almost like that. It's made this kind of scar. It's made this permanent scar, and it's affecting how you approach relationships, how you react to people. And it's almost like you have to reactivate the heart. It's almost like, in some way or form, you've gone into some kind of, how would I say it? You've placed a protection around your heart because you don't want to get hurt, right? So you've encased your heart, we'll say it that way. But they're saying, look, it's time to break down that little wall and to allow yourself to be vulnerable again. It's okay to get hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay to allow yourself to be as open and as receptive as possible. It's almost like you need to heal that heart chakra. You really need to heal it in some way or form because it's locked up. It's almost like even with love, like you intellectually know that there's people out there who love you, and that there's love for you, but it stays on an intellectual level. It's almost like you can't feel it anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like your heart is paralyzed. So even joy, for example, like, oh, it's your birthday. Your mind is saying, oh, it's my birthday. It's a happy day. But really you're not feeling anything, right? This is locked up. And they're saying it's time to open it up. It's time to reactivate it. It's time to to stop fearing getting hurt. It's time to stop fearing other people hurting your heart or disappointing you, or taking away your energy, taking away your joy. I can just see this kind of, it's almost like, do you know what it reminds me, what I'm seeing in my head? It reminds me of Snow White. You know how Snow White's like in that glass coffin, right? And you can see her clear as day, but she's in this glass transparent coffin. That's what I see around your heart. It's almost like a glass cage that you've put around it, and you can see the heart, and it's pumping and it's doing what it needs to do, but it's in this coffin, almost this cage that doesn't allow any kind of emotion in or out, and it just feels like, ching, you want to break that glass and allow yourself to be vulnerable again, allow yourself to get hurt again, because now you're strong enough to handle that pain. You're strong enough to understand that really nobody can hurt you unless you allow them to. So you no longer need it. It's almost like you needed it at some point. It helped you. It helped you to get through things. It was a necessary thing for survival at some point in your life. But you've grown, you've expanded, you've become stronger, you've become more knowing on, on your own emotions, how to guide your own emotions. You've become more wiser in regards to other people's actions and reactions in the universe and all of that, right? You've gained all this knowledge, and it's like you don't need that cage anymore. You don't need to protect it anymore. Your wisdom and your evolution and your spiritual expansion is now protecting that heart because it's now under your control. You now know and realize that nobody has control over your heart anymore. It's my heart, my emotions. I don't need to respond to what you guys do to me. I just need to respond to what I do to myself. I can choose to let you hurt me, or I can choose not to and move on and just see everything as an experience. I don't need to get hurt. It was just an experience, and it did what it was meant to do. It had its outcome. We graduated. We moved on. You now have the wisdom to be able to handle any kind of emotional change. But when we open it back up, you'll start to regain the joy for life. You'll start to feel things again like you did as a kid when you got that balloon and, oh my God, the world was good. Do you know what I'm saying? When Christmas hit, your heart was fluttering. You were like excited. That's what you're missing. You're paralyzed. And it's because it's encaged in a golden, beautiful case. You took good care of it, but you put it behind glass. Time to let it back out. You no longer need that protection. You have grown and you have gotten wiser, and you are now in control of your own emotional responses. Therefore, nobody can hurt it anymore. So you're A-okay to let it out of its cage. Okay? How do I do that? It's hard. That is up to you. That is something you're going to have to figure out. It's about I would start with visualizing the cage and just visualizing that you're breaking it with a little hammer, and all the glass pieces fall off. And it's just visualize that in the shower, that all the glass is just floating, being sucked away down the drain. Okay, I'm good now. I can be hurt and I'll be okay. You have to acknowledge it. Okay? Like a statement. Make a statement to the universe. It's open, it's free. It's no longer behind glass. I'm ready to receive all the wonderful emotions, and I'm no longer afraid for the uncomfortable ones. It's about to make a declaration. Say it, okay? Visualize it. Say it, and with time, you'll see the difference, okay? You'll start to really, really experience things again on a very heartfelt way, which is something you haven't felt and experienced in a long time, okay? I hope that helps. It's key. Eula Hunter. Wondering if my present job will hold out until after the new year. I'm very nervous. Okay, let's see. Fake it till you make it. Well, it's not about, they say that. And it does work. But it's not about faking it. It's just about visualizing. A visualization really helps us to feel the truth, right? We can use visual tools to help us feel our truth, because people have a hard time feeling things without seeing them. You have to see it to believe it, right? See it in your mind to believe it in your heart. This is what creates and manifests. This is what determines your outcome, your reality. But we use visualization as a tool in order to spark the truth to be felt within the heart. Okay? Eula, my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up. the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Okay. There you go. This is for Ula Hunter. Okay. So what I'm feeling for you is you still have some work to do on trusting yourself. There's there's too many insecurities within yourself, I feel. You need to trust that you have the ability to design your experience here on earth as you see fit, but you don't trust it. You're too dependent on outside sources to tell you who you are, what your powers are, what you're allowed to do. Really work on self-empowerment. Really work on experiencing the truth. And the truth is, God is you and you are God. You are an aspect of God having an experience in order for God itself to understand itself better, to get to know itself better. And the infinite amount of subtle differences and changes and shifts, that is all that is God's source. You have to start to act and react as the God of your creation that you are. So really work on self-love and self-appreciation. Really work on becoming an independent source of self-validation, worth, and a sense of empowerment. You have all the power in your hands, but you need to learn to accept that, to believe that, and to become that truth. Okay? Allow that truth to infuse your actions, your reactions, your feelings, your emotions, and your thoughts. That is what you need to work on urgently, is what they're saying, urgently. Okay? There we go. I'm going to do one more for the group, and then I will let you guys go for today. And I will be back next week with another. Hopefully you guys can join me again. Next week, we'll have another live angel card, and then we'll have another zodiac annual forecast for the new year. And then hopefully I can finish communicating with Yeshua so I can share his message as well. Let's get a group card for everybody watching the video now and in the future tense. Woo, hold on. Half of my pack fell out. Looks like we need a lot of guidance. All right. Sorry if I didn't get to everybody. So we'll do this again next week. Opa. Oh, there it went. Which one is it? Ooh. Hedgehog. I've never seen that one yet. Ooh, that's a cool one. Be a magnet for light, love, and joy. Be a magnet for light, love, and joy. Archangel Gabriel. All right. What's really standing out is all these orbs. You see that? They're all orbs, and they're all surrounding that's the soul, the heart chakra, the surrounding the physical body of the hedgehog. And basically what they're saying is, look, be the light you want to see in the world. Be the love you want to see in the world, and share that love, and be the joy that you want others to experience as well. And just know that you're surrounded with entities from far and beyond that are guiding you, that are helping you, that are offering assistance in different ways and different forms. So trust that you are not alone in this journey. Trust that you are surrounded by so many entities and spirits who love you and who know what an important puzzle piece you are in this huge human ascension that is occurring. So they know how brave you have been so far to undergo and be participant in this very new experience for the human race. And they also know how important it is on a galaxy level for all entities and all species on this planet and all other planets. So know that you are supported in every way possible, and that simply being your light, being your truth, speaking your truth, and feeling your truth can change the galaxy. Okay. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys again next week, and I hope some of the messages resonated with you and helped you find a little bit more wisdom within. And don't forget, knowing is one thing, but becoming it is what we're striving for in the 5-dimensional plane. So work on that, okay? All right, I love you. Big kiss, and I'll see you guys next week.